How's it going, guys? I have a game for you against Hayden. This is from way back in the day. This is when we actually played each other in person. I think this game ended up being like 55 or something, turns like that. Another long game, but he condensed it a lot on his YouTube, so I just pulled it directly from that because I didn't actually end up having the save file. As a result, it's going to be from his perspective. I'm going to be on the other side. That is the first thing to keep in mind. The second thing that I still can't really believe that I'm saying is there's gonna be one person in the comment that's saying Genesect and Tornadus are banned. Dude, to that person that's gonna be that person, this is from 5 months ago. You need to, like, pipe the fuck down. So, I'm gonna go ahead and lead off with Venusaur. He's gonna lead off with Politoed. I did expect this, so I'm just gonna end up going for the Sleep Powder. I'm not scared of anything happening outside of me maybe missing my Sleep Powder and getting hit with an Ice Beam, or, you know, a Scarf Ice Beam, that kind of thing. So, might as well go for it. Turns out he wants his Breloom as Sleep Fodder the most. Kind of questionable to me, but I'll take it. It's not a problem to me at all. Venusaur against Breloom, you know me resisting the Mach Punch and the Bullet Seed. One being 2 times, the other being 4 times if he does happen to be a Tech-Loom. Not a problem at all. So, I ended up going for the HP Ice right there and then go for a Giga Drain, expecting his Politoed to come back in. If he wanted to go into his Jirachi, fuck, that would have worked out great. I don't have anything to touch it. Earthquake is on there just for Heatran, because Heatran, and then Earthquake really doesn't do that much at all. But he gets a crit U-turn as I go out into Ninetales. I went out there just to reduce the accuracy on Hurricane if he's going to end up going for that. Turns out he doesn't. I'm special defensive, so even if it hit, it probably wouldn't have done a whole hell of a lot. But he ends up, or I end up going for the Protect. He kind of complained in his narration a lot about how I happen to go for Protect a lot. In his defense, he was right. That Protect right there was absolutely pointless. I just wanted to get some more lefties game back. It would have been better if I protected after I Will-O-Wisp, but he just ended up going for Volt Switch again anyways, so useless point is useless. Whatever. Goes back out into Birdnatus. I'm going to end up going out into my Heatran to take the Hurricane if he does want to end up going for it. Kudos for him for actually hitting it in the sun. That kind of surprised me that he went for it and he got it. But it ain't shit to a special defensive Heatran. So we'll just move on from here. Now, I hadn't really fought a lot of these things at the time, so I didn't really think that Superpower was a move tutor thing. This was still, I believe this was before Black White 2 came out. We were still on, you know, translated English patched cards thing, so I didn't know that it got Superpower. Otherwise, I definitely would have stayed in, because this thing is designed to just, like, take hits, and if it takes one big hit, then it's kind of useless to me, so I figured I would just go for a Protect right there just to get some lefties, try to get the toxic damage racking up, and I try to go for the double because YOLO, fuck hit, all that shit, and he ends up going for the U-turn. So if I whiff that that second Protect right there, it would have done some pretty negligible damage, so, you know, it's not something I would have been worried about even if I ended up failing it. So I'm going to go out into Venusaur because if he wants to go for a U-turn, it's not going to do shit at -1. If he wants to go for Superpower, I resist it, and it's going to do even less at -1. So he goes out into his Jirachi, which was the thing that I was kind of expecting on turn 2. But me switching out right there definitely tells him that I cannot touch it, and it right off the bat tells him that my HP isn't fire. I don't know if that's information he's actually going to end up using, or it could have just been me switching out because I don't want to take a Body Slam. I thought the first one was a little more obvious because I definitely could have just gone for it right there. But end up going for a Magma Storm. I really wanted to trap the Jirachi in there, but ain't no fucking Jirachi gonna stay in on a Heatran. That's not something that happens. So end up getting a Magma Storm off on the Politoed instead, and I end up going for a Toxic because for some reason I thought he was gonna end up being the defensive variant, and I'm pretty sure I can take a Scald. Not very well, but from that range, thanks to the Protects that I got off earlier, that is exactly like double Protect lefties HP gain that I lived with. So those last two were kind of important. Granted, not a lot right here because all it really does is it just racks up a little bit of Magma Storm and toxic damage. But here I'm kind of confused because it just counts it that I switch out to Heatran and then he doesn't do anything for his turn. I'm confused. I don't understand what happened. We're just going to move on from it. This is like the point, because this is like my 5th take on this, and I trip up every time right there because I don't understand what the fuck happened right there. But he switches out into Jirachi as I go for the Giga Drain. I guess he didn't make a move or so. I have no fucking idea what happened there. But end up going out into Ninetales because, hey, I can take anything from Jirachi. I don't mind being paralyzed. I would rather be paralyzed than toxic. And turns out he goes for a Psychic, which I don't really see too often, especially because his name is Flinchy. I thought he was just going to be like a freaking Body Slam Iron Head, that kind of thing. Or Thunder Iron Head, if that was the thing that existed back in the day. But I do predict to switch out, so I'm going to roar, and I basically just said, get the fuck back in here. Go back out into the exact thing that he wanted to not be in there. I thought he was going to anticipate my run this next turn, which is why I ended up going straight for the flamethrower. He could have done some good damage, especially because I got the special defense drop from Psychic a couple turns ago. But he just goes back out and Rotom. That definitely is the safer play. And he can just go for a Hydro Pump or a Volt Switch. A Hydro Pump would be worth it, because I do have the special defense drop, which is what he's going to end up shooting for. I can just as easily go out into Venusaur, though, so it's not really a big deal to me. I protected right there just for Lefty's gain. Oh, God, there's that cough. And, okay, I guess I just go out into my Sawsbuck. Could have been risky if he wanted to predict that and end up going for the Will-O-Wisp. Predicted a switch in general and go for the Will-O-Wisp, but Hydro Pump hits me, does not do that much at all, and I just get to get off a Horn Leech from that range, being Life Orb, Adamant, all that shit. I'm pretty sure I can take it out. I don't know if it would have taken it out from full, but from like 60-something%, 2/3, easy, good to go. Bernadus has a little bit of damage off on it as well. I don't know if it could have taken it from full, but having the security behind getting some toxic damage racked up, it was nice. It wasn't bad. So Sawsbuck actually just took out 2 pokes in 2 turns, so not doing too bad. Now, I'm going to end up going for a Nature Power right here because I want to get some damage off on this. I am going to take some Life Orb Recoil, which I think is going to put me at the point where I get taken out from a Psychic. I'm not sure if that 10% actually does end up mattering, because Sawsbuck, I don't remember on the special defensive side, but that is a Stab Psychic, that kind of shit. If I ended up living, it would have been whatever. He probably would have just ended up protecting, and then we would have just gone through like another 2 turns. So I anticipate his switch out into Politoed right here, because I switch in my Ninetales, as I think he ended up going for the Iron Head or something. I don't remember. But the double right here was really important. And I'm going to go for the Giga Drain once again, because I know on the turn prior, or the last time we had this matchup, I ended up going out, or he ended up going out in a Jirachi as I went for the Giga Drain. So I'm thinking, okay, he's going to stay in this time, thinking that that's going to happen. So he ends up going for the Perish Song instead, or maybe he wasn't thinking about it. I don't know, but I get off a huge amount of damage. That thing's probably going to be dead in like 1-2 turns tops. So go for an Earthquake, predicting nothing in particular to come in. I guess Genesect could have been a thing I was predicting, but it really doesn't do that much at all. So I'm just going to go back out into Ninetales, and he ends up going for an Iron Head. This is a Choice Banded one. I didn't know it at the time, and I kind of knocked him for it, even though this is actually a really good set, and it probably will get better if Extreme Speed Genesect does become a thing with the next movie that's coming out in Japan. Holy shit, that's going to be a beautiful poke. But I end up protecting right there just to get a little bit more Lefty's gain, and then, you know, kind of put me at the range where maybe I can live the next one and take him out with the Flamethrower on the next turn. But it turns out that I just get fucking flinched on that one, you know. What is it, like 20% on Iron Head? 30? I feel like it's 30, but if it's 20, hey, it's still a lot. So I don't want to risk it anymore. My Weather Starter is not at a good range at all, but he hasn't set up hazards. I can set up hazards. That'll be nice. So get to set up them Stealth Rocks, if I'm not mistaken. He just goes back out in here. Or no, I just go for the Earthquake. That is great. He probably wanted to be in before Rocks. And just like that, it took me a little while, but I actually won the Weather War. So his Birdnatus is not going to be able to go for Hurricanes too freely as soon as I get away with this. But he goes for a Psychic right here. I go for an Earthquake. I think I would... Whoa, complete train wreck of a sentence. Anyways, he lives it on 6. That was a little annoying. I think I'm actually max HP, max attack on this particular Donphan. It's supposed to be in a defensive variant. But I go for an Ice Shard because I was like, fuck, okay, another Psychic's going to kill me. And then it turns out that I live it too. So I was like, what a damage calculator right there. Would have been really nice. But if I just gone for another Earthquake, man. But I just keep going for Ice Shards just to ruin his Lefty's gain. It's really not doing that much at all. But I don't want anything else to take the Psychic. So I guess I didn't get any rocks at this game. But his Politoed's gone. And his Birdnatus... Actually, you know what? Forget what I said about Birdnatus earlier. His freaking Birdnatus is dead. So I get to go out into my Ninetales right here just to get the weather up for one final time. Just to actually keep it out this time. And knock him out with a Flamethrower. So it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad. No, not bad. Okay. So Genesect's going to come back in. I believe get the attack boost because I am special defensive. That's not good. I don't like that, folks. And it turns out I'm just going to go for another Protect. Maybe be at the range where I can take another one. A lot of these Protects with Ninetales are just like, what? You have no reason for doing this. and I was like, maybe I can live the next one, not with an attack boost. So it's all gonna come down to whether or not I get flinched by this fucking thing, because this thing by the name of PK has HP fire, because it's cool in the sun, it resists fire by 4 times, and if his rain ended up being the final thing up, I would have probably just ended up sweeping with that thing, and it would have been good to go. But turns out I don't get flinch with the Iron Head, knock him out with an HP fire, and then I knock out his last one, which I believe was his Sleeping Breloom with an HP fire as well. I don't know what that was. That was something on his end, but that's the game. I decided to give that one a little bit of time, just in case you guys did see it on his channel and probably wondering, like, hey, where the fuck was your end? Do you not want to talk about this game? I did want to talk about this game. It was just, oh, fuck, he has a lot of subscribers. You guys had probably seen it. But anyways, even if you did see it, whatever, there's my take on it. Hope you guys did enjoy it, though. If you did, you are welcome to leave a like rating, comment, and subscribe, and do your thing. Sorry I didn't upload anything yesterday. I was just really busy, and I really wasn't feeling up to it as well. But the tournament is on Saturday, so what I can do, actually I kind of think TCGO was down as well at the time, but so I couldn't have uploaded TCGO. I just had a lot of errands to run because it's near the beginning of the month, you know, bills and all that shit. Gotta go out, gotta take care of that stuff. But anyway, like I was saying, there is the tournament in the Seattle area, in case everyone's wondering what I'm talking about at the beginning of the month. If anyone lives in the Seattle area and would like to go to this, like, PM me tonight, and I'll like fill you in on details tomorrow before I end up going, that kind of shit, in case that would be a thing, because I would like to kind of increase the turnout on that. But there's going to be that. There's going to be battles from that next week, and there's going to be showdown testing videos with the team next week as well. So be on the lookout for that, I guess. And yeah, I forgot to upload No More Heroes 2. I'll probably upload that tonight. And yeah, that's a thing. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I've rambled on way too long, so we'll see you later. Bye.